Hey, yo. So, as a lot of y'all know, I'm One Sir Grove. This is C4CW, casting 495 celebrities worldwide. And I've been following the entire Tekashi 6ix9ine case. Man, so fucking ultra entertaining. I mean, the whole thing has just been... it's fucking astonishing, man. Look, man, this has to be... Seriously, like... Okay, for those of you who haven't followed Tekashi 6ix9ine because you gave up on dude from the beginning, or you never even entertained the notion of Tekashi 6ix9ine from day one, maybe you've never heard his music, maybe you've heard some of it, maybe you hate the guy, maybe you fucking just absolutely abhor and, detest the dude, maybe you're somewhere in between. If you haven't fucking followed what's been going on with this case and all these 9-tray gangsters, these bloods that got wrapped up by the feds, man, listen. It's not just a RICO. Oh my God, man. Listen, I've been binge watching the whole thing throughout the day and night. I've been on Jimmy Jam's TV. I'm not on the show, but I'm saying I've been watching Jimmy Jam's TV since he launched Jimmy Jam's TV and since he's been covering the Tekashi 6ix9ine phenomenon. Listen, if you tuned out of Tekashi 6ix9ine, man, you got to come back, man. Listen. This is one of the greatest fucking stories in American music history. Listen, if you don't know, man, Tekashi 6ix9ine, his real name is Daniel Hernandez. So he's a Mexican-American musical artist, rapper, and savvy, brilliant, mastermind, marketing mogul, okay? He's hated on by people who are racist. They're like, why would this Mexican-American kid be able to do what I've been unable to do? Okay? That's number one. Number two, some people think he's effeminate, and because people are homophobic and they hate the LGBTQ community, they hate on him because they think he's like bi or gay or something like this, right? They're just fucking haters. That's number two. Number three, some people falsely believe that he's a mumble rapper. Tekashi 6ix9ine does not fall into the category of mumble rapper. Not even fucking close. The reason some people think that he's a mumble rapper is because when mumble rap started to gain traction, which was one of the stupidest fucking things in world global music history, when mumble rap became a thing, he just happened to be an artist at that time in history. But he's not a mumble rapper. He doesn't mumble when he raps. He enunciates everything that he says, and you can fucking hear what he's saying clearly if you ever actually listen to his music. And I'm a hip-hop rap artist. So I assure you, and I will say to you with 100% motherfucking certainty, Tekashi 6ix9ine, and I've heard his entire discography, he doesn't fucking mumble at all. He is not a fucking mumble rapper. All right, that's number three. Number four, some people, man, aren't able to understand that he has two sides, which is pathetic that people don't understand that because, people think that they're open-minded and they fucking pretend like they're super smart and all this kind of shit, and they act like, like they know everything, man. They act like know-it-alls and shit. They're fucking totally arrogant. They think that Tekashi 6ix9ine is just some weak punk. They don't understand, man, that he was putting on a show. And that in his videos, he portrayed a certain image. And some people took that to be weakness. Like, look at this guy. He's got the rainbow-colored hair. He's doing the whole Rainbow Bright thing. He's got the Skittles thing going on. This fucking kid's a clown. He's a court jester. This motherfucker's so silly, wacky, zany, stupid. He's a bozo, right? He's fucking stupid. They don't understand that's an illusion, which is it's pathetic on their part and actually stupid on their fucking part because they didn't ever think for one moment like, wait a second, maybe this dude isn't weak. Maybe he's got some shit going on behind the scenes with some really fucking dangerous people. Maybe he's a really dangerous fucking person, just jumping around, clowning around, acting a buffoon, wilding out, doing this outrageous over-the-top shit. Maybe this kid with millions of fucking dollars from illegal, illicit street activities, maybe, just maybe, this kid is fucking armed with a gang, and shit, he might be a fucking shooter. Yeah, he might just walk into the room and open fire on us. Yeah, man, hey, listen, that's how stupid some fucking people are. They see one thing and they just believe it. And they're like, oh, that kid's he's hella weak, he ain't gang. Man, listen, man, Tekashi 6ix9ine, he went fucking harder in the streets than 99% of these motherfuckers out here who act like they're wilding out. Man, at some point, he had a fucking good percentage of New York behind him. He had a good percentage of New York behind him. He was even rocking with 50 Cent, okay? Curtis Jackson. Speaking of which, Curtis Jackson, that is 50 Cent, has come forward and has purchased the intellectual property rights to the Treyway, that is former the gang that Tekashi is formally part of. So Treyway, for those of y'all who don't know, I've blogged about this, talked about this. If you follow the news, you should know this. But if you don't, Treyway is just another way of saying 9 Trey Gangsta. So that's the gang that Tekashi was part of. And if motherfuckers tell you that if you think that Tekashi wasn't about that life, Tekashi was 100 fucking percent about that life. 100% about that life. And that's how he got caught up in the RICO shit. Because the feds were watching. Before he got caught up, they were watching the 9 Treys, that is Treyway, and Treyway Entertainment, which is the record company that came to be Tekashi 6ix9ine's record label. And so in that, Tekashi, man, he made millions of dollars. And he was about that life more than a lot of niggas who have never had millions of fucking dollars. And they've never had a good percentage of New York behind them like he did. So these motherfuckers saying that he was a fake gangster, come on, man. Tekashi 6ix9ine had a majority of New York behind him at the motherfucking time. So shut the fuck up, man. And the other thing is, man, that kid wasn't fucking weak. Just because he had people going to bat for him, just because he had people carrying out, you know what I'm saying, what were supposed to be hits for him. I mean, we don't know, man, what he actually did. Some people might have gotten hit, okay? Just because you hear in the news that he put such and such amount of money on such and such's head, but it was a failed assassination attempt, that doesn't mean that they didn't actually successfully carry out hits. You only know about what the fuck they talk about in the news. You don't know the full extent of everything that went on behind the scenes. And my point is, just because Tekashi had people defending him in different fights and shit, and just because he was putting out hits on people, right, doesn't mean that he wouldn't fucking open fire on a motherfucker if his back was against the wall. Now, I know, man, I know you're probably like, well, then why didn't he just put out a hit on Harv? Why didn't he just take out Harv? Come on, man, it's simple fucking math. Simple math. Forensically, the chances of him being able to take out Harv and get away with it, man, were fucking nil. Okay? He probably revered Harv as well. You know? He probably thought highly of Harv, and he probably respected him on some level. And he probably just wanted to be cool with dude, man. He probably didn't want to fucking have a problem with the dude, man. And he was just manning up. Tekashi was. He's just trying to handle his business, man. Talking to him rationally. Like, yo, what's up, man? I'm scared, bro. Like, what's the deal? Why are we doing this, man? Why are you trying to harm me, motherfucker? Let's talk about this. How much money do you need? You know? You know what I'm saying, man? That's some rational operator type shit. Okay? He didn't start crying. He didn't pee his fucking pants. He didn't shit himself. Okay? So shut the fuck up, man. Okay? He handled himself like a fucking G in my rule book. Alright? So, the point is, man, Tekashi could have lit dude up. Tekashi could have pulled up on Harv, man, and smoked his ass. I'm just saying. He could have. He had weapons. He had millions of fucking dollars. Man, he could have had all them dudes hit if he wanted to. He was probably just tripping like, man, I joined this gang. I put in all this work, and I'm making these dudes all this money. Now, what's up with all this disloyalty type shit? And he's probably just trying to work it out. Like, man, come on, let's get organized and shit. So, I never bought the snitch notion. Never, man. Never. And the internet is pretty much in consensus, man. A majority of people, if you look at the threads, yeah, you're always going to have the Tekashi bashers. You're always going to have people, fuck Tekashi, he's a snitch. Fuck him, he's a snitch. Yeah, you're always going to have that camp. But a vast majority of people now, man, when you go and you look at the threads, man, the word is out. And people will tell you, 99% of the crowd will tell you that anybody, mostly 99 out of 100 people would have done the same exact thing that Tekashi 6ix9ine did in his situation. Ain't nobody gonna do 47 fucking years in federal goddamn fucking prison for somebody else, man. Especially disloyal ass niggas. Dirty, dirtbag, scummy scumbag ass motherfuckers, okay? Who were stealing money from him and most likely had some type of relationship, romantically speaking, or whatever, with this baby's moms. Just because she said she didn't do it, just because Shotty said he didn't fucking do it, that's what bitches and niggas do. They lie about shit. And then they try to be cool about it publicly like nothing happened. Okay? And there's intel that suggests and clearly states that she did fuck Shotty. So, whether she did or she didn't, I believe she did. Whether she did or she didn't, doesn't fucking matter. What does matter is that Shotty and them were stealing money from Tekashi, taking advantage of him. And they put him in a fucked up situation. And they were doing business with CEO Chris, who set up every fucking buddy. Okay? So Tekashi was in a situation where he got set up by his own fucking gang. Because his gang was sloppy. They got sloppy. They might have been organized in some manner before, but they got loose, man. They got sloppy. They got comfortable. They were doing brazen acts on the streets. Stupid shit, man. Okay? Yeah, he was part of it too, but he expected them dudes to be loyal. When they try to cross him, when they did cross him, and then they try to cross him out, hey, that's when it's no longer a matter of being a snitch. That's when you stand up and you're like, yeah, man, fuck them dudes. Because the feds is like, yo, you tell us what we already know or you're going to do fucking 50 years in federal prison and your life is over. 99% of you in the audience, you tell on them dudes too. I know you would. That's what the crowd says that you would do. And that's what most fucking rational people would do. Ain't nobody going to do 50 years for somebody fucking else who's disloyal. Okay? Tekashi 6ix9ine is not a snitch in my book. CEO Chris, he's a fucking snitch. Shotty and his lawyer pretending like Shotty didn't snitch? Food Banger straight up said that Shotty snitched. On Food Banger. From federal fucking prison. On the phone. Having a conversation with Jack Frost on BBN. So Shotty's a fucking snitch too. Okay? Along with CEO Chris. But that don't mean that Tekashi 6ix9ine's a snitch. Harvey Levin from TMZ, he could claim that Tekashi's a snitch all he wants to. I like Harvey. But Harvey, for some reason, man, he got this thing where he want to go on and on and on about Tekashi being a snitch. And Harvey's a lawyer. Okay? So that's his opinion. My opinion differs. Tekashi ain't no fucking snitch, dude. And when he gets out of prison, he's going to be bigger than he ever was in the music industry. His fame has already fucking increased. He's already been the #1 rapper in the world. Number fucking one. And I believe that 50 Cent is actually still cool with Tekashi, man. I understand that, Curtis Jackson, 50, made a statement and was like telling his son, Tekashi 6ix9ine, don't call me, don't call me, and I know Snoop made his statement and shit. Listen, man, I got respect for Snoop. I've got respect for 50, you know what I'm saying? But yo, listen, despite the statements that they made, I'm not saying Snoop would ever do anything with Tekashi. But look, man, most of the world knows, the crowd knows, Tekashi didn't snitch on anybody, man. Not really. Not technically speaking. So, 50, I think 50 fully understands that, man. 50's a smart dude. He ain't stupid by any measure or any means. Come on, man. We talking about 50 Cent. We talking about an epic legend. You know what I'm saying? We talking about a cat who, had been the number one rapper worldwide at some point. So, I know 50 sees that he and his son, Tekashi 6ix9ine, got a lot in common in that way. You know what I mean? They both came up kind of sort of the same way. People were making allegations about him and shit. And then they just overcame that. They just overcame those rumors and allegations and gossip and shit like that. They went on to become, both of them, the number one rappers in the world. So they have that bond, man, that connection. And I believe that it was genuine and that it was legit. So I know 50 said what he said, but look, man, he bought the rights to the Tekashi 6ix9ine and Treyway story. So now he owns the story, and, he had some really good times, man, with Tekashi. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, his son, Tekashi 6ix9ine, man, is the fastest fucking kid in the world. You know what I'm saying? He got his asthma chain, iced out asthma chain. You know what I'm talking about? He got his chain with his asthma, you know what I'm saying? Spray, sparkling with fucking diamonds, dripped out, fastest fucking kid in the world, man. Tekashi 6ix9ine, Curtis Jackson's son. You feel me? So look, man, that whole snitch jacket thing, it's gonna go away. It ain't gonna last, man. It ain't gonna last, man. That whole shit where motherfuckers is talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine, snitch, this and that. CEO Chris is the fucking snitch. Shotty's the motherfucking snitch. Okay? So them dudes snitched on Tekashi 6ix9ine and tried to set him up and did set him up with the fucking feds. Alright? So that's how it actually fucking played out. And that's the real shit. Tekashi's gonna get out. He's not gonna go into witness protection. He's gonna be right out in the open with presidential level security. They already said before he fell, man, and when I say fell, I meant in the colloquial. I'm talking non-standard English. He's gonna rise again. I'm saying when he fell, as in i.e. when he was arrested. Okay? People on the streets will say someone fell if they're arrested. And that's what I'm saying. When he went down, i.e. when he fell, Tekashi that is, he already had presidential level security. And now he's just going to beef it up even more. Ain't no one pulling up on Tekashi and doing any fucking thing, man. He's going to go on to even newer heights, man. Newer levels. The grass is greener type shit. So, the movie deal, book deals, man, come on, man. He's branded for life. And we're talking about a Mexican-American musical rap artist, marketing, advertising genius. I'm talking, man, genius. 0 day, start, day one, forward, 12 months out, number one rapper in the world, 10 for 10, Billboard charts, global, worldwide, motherfucking ultra fame. Yeah. And then, of course, like I said, in contrast, the little fucking kind of still, little brittle, butthurt ass niggas, and that in that camp, you know, oh, fuck Tekashi 6ix9ine, he's a snitch, he's a fucking snitch. Yeah, those same motherfuckers, man, they would tell too, man, in the same fucking predicament. So, motherfuckers don't care about them dudes talking about he's a snitch. That shit wore off, man, and the consensus is when Tekashi gets released from, wherever he's been held, safe house, you know, pretending like he was in prison by giving him a jumpsuit for the illusion to make it look like he was actually in a holding, you know, facility center jail. You know, yeah, I understand by day, maybe he might be out in a day room or something, just in case motherfuckers is trying to figure shit out. But then they take him out at night, man, to some safe house somewhere where he can eat steak and lobster and, you know what I'm saying, shrimp and shit. Come on, man. You know the feds are masters of deception and illusion. Come on, man. Look, he had to give them the intel on every single iota of what they wanted to know. You already fucking know that Tekashi's attorney, his lawyer, said, look, if my client does this with y'all, okay, man, y'all better treat him fucking right. Because, man, this shit is way fucked. In that, you see his career over here, and then these dirty ass niggas set him up in this way. Yeah, he was involved in the street shit, you know. But look, check game. They were stealing millions of dollars from my client. Look, man, these dudes are wrong on all kinds of fucking levels. And they're doing all this RICO shit, you know what I'm saying? Drugs, narcotics, weapons, attempted murders, who fucking knows? Just whatever, right? Just brazen, egregious, outlandish, just street marauder shit, okay? My client, all he fucking wants to do is make music, man. He got wrapped up with the wrong fucking dudes, okay? So, if he does this with y'all gotta cut him the deal. You know, he walks, he gets out, it's over. You leave him alone, he goes on, man, and he gets back on with his life. You know, full throttle type shit. And let this be a lesson to him and other youth and young adults around the globe. Don't get involved in this gang shit. Don't live this lifestyle. Don't embellish it. Don't glorify it. Don't be about that life. All right? So the point is, man, Tekashi gonna get out. And look what he did, man, for the world. You know, kids know now, like, man, maybe I shouldn't be part of a fucking gang. Maybe I shouldn't be involved in some RICO shit. You know? Maybe I shouldn't be loyal to these niggas because they gonna turn on a nigga if I am type shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, I best just keep my ass in school. You know, I best just work a job and get my credit, you know, my credit, my personal credit up and shit. Maybe that's a better, you know what I'm saying, situation to be in, because this money that these niggas have when they on some RICO shit, that money goes away. Shit, I might make more money just having me a regular ass job. You know, seeing these niggas all iced out with all this drip, man, that shit's an illusion. And when they go away and they go to the feds, man, I'm gonna have my money. You know what I'm saying? My money ain't gonna go away. So, man, I just need to go to school and just work a job and just be cool like that. You know what I'm saying? So, fuck that lifestyle, you know? Fuck that life over there, man. You know what? I'm cool. Tekashi, man, 6ix9ine, he taught me the way, though. I'm saying, look, Tekashi 6ix9ine inspired a lot of people, man. And so it happened for a reason. And the story is epic, man. It really is. It truly is, man. I mean, fuck, dude. Talk about reality TV and talk about pure meta entertainment, man, on an ultra level. I mean, shit. Man, details will continue to emerge for years to come in terms of what has transpired and the full scope of the investigation. And then you gotta think about this too. Look at all the other investigations that are materializing. The ones that are the The ones that are underway right now. The ones that are underway right now. Look, man, I'm just being honest, man. I think they're going to get Jim Jones, though. I think they're going to get Jim Jones, man. Listen, man. I'm just saying, man, I think they on the Dipset, man. And whatever Mr. Jones has been up to, man, I'm just shit. He and his associates, man, I'm not hating. I'm just saying, like, man. And then, you know, I mean, motherfuckers are trying to lay low, man. It's going to be crazy. I want to grow. Thanks for tuning in.